We got some hype-ass matches today here at DreamLeague Season 22. Team Spirit versus Gaimin is the first best of 3. Sunsfan here with Cinderin. So you're appropriately addressed with a t-shirt, wrinkled as always.
You like that?
You know, you have the most wrinkled clothing of anyone I know.
Really?
Yeah,
oh.
Legitimately. I forgot to tell you that.
Thank you so much.
The other 100 times that I've seen you with one.
It's rare that you compliment me. I appreciate that. Yeah, what a series and what a draft, right? So this game is obviously a bit of a grudge match at this point, right? Gaimin against Spirit. They played earlier this tournament where Gaimin won 2-0, but I feel like since that series, the teams have gone in a little bit of a different direction in terms of power level, where Gaimin Gladiators maybe have dropped off a little bit, where Spirit have definitely improved. However, toward the end of the series yesterday for Gaimin, they did start to look better against Aurora.
Yep.
So, you know, let's see what form they come in with. The draft, though, Spirit's lineup is literally, how can we save each other as much as possible?
Yeah. Well, little miscommunication, but disruption onto Tofu.
They should be fine here. They just run away. But so you have a save on literally every hero on Spirit, arguably including PA, although she can only save herself. Even she has elusiveness in the lineup, right? So Grimstroke Shard, Kunkka with Boat, Shadow Demon Disruption, Omni Repel, like all of these things are going to make it difficult for Gaimin to initiate. And it seems like Spirit genuinely went in today with this as their mindset of what is broken in this patch. We've had patches in the past where teams would run double supports. It's kind of giving me, double save supports, that is. It's giving me flashbacks to, I want to say it was the Frankfurt Major, where OG were playing something like Wyvern every game plus another save support, and the Cold Embrace was just the spell. And it's interesting.
Funny that you remember the supports. I remember the cores. It was Tiny Alchemist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because patches have these phases where it's entirely possible that right now, the way Spirit are drafting this is really, really good, and then in 2 days, it might just be solved, right? But I'm personally kind of in the same boat when I see these games play, that I think saves are just really powerful. So I like the idea, but we'll see if they've gone a little bit too far, because too much of a good thing can be bad, right? Like, this is a...
Yeah.
It's a lot of the same.
I mean, it's not just the saves coming out from Spirit, but they also pick up a couple of heroes we don't really see too often in the Omni and the PA.
Yep.
Omni, it's funny that we were talking about this. I was more shocked with the PA. You were more shocked with the Omni, because I've cast a bunch of Omni in the previous tournament, but I guess it's only been picked 1 time this time around.
Yep.
And then PA, I didn't get to cast any, and it's been picked 4 times, which isn't very much still. But the Omni, for me, the way that it's been played, it just feels very underwhelming, to the point where it feels like any other offlaner has been more effective. And I watched Spirit play this exact hero, where you go like this Echo Saber into Harpoon. It doesn't feel like the type of offlane that thrives in this patch as much for whatever reason. But I will say that the Guardian Angel being single target is a huge boost to like these single core that just want to rip you apart lineups, which the PA definitely serves the purpose of.
You could argue it's a little bit ironic to have Guardian Angel specifically for the hero in the game with the highest evasion, right?
I meant to say Repel, but both work.
Yeah, okay. So Repel on PA is obviously amazing. It's worth keeping in mind the duration of this is not as long as it used to be. It's 6 seconds only, and the cooldown's very long. So you're going to have it once in a fight. So you really got to make it work. I think it's 30-second cooldown on level 4. Yeah. 45 minus 5 per level. So it is a very... I think a big part of the reason Omni isn't so popular anymore is that his key role in pro Dota for a very long time was that second spell. Whether it was Heavenly Grace or Repel, this has always been the hero's bread and butter. So whenever that spell gets a longer cooldown, well, why would you pick it over any other enabling offlaner, right? And I guess to follow up on that, as far as Spirit goes, we've been talking about this. This team does very, very well when Collapse is playing initiators, when he can set the tempo of the game. Omni cannot do this in any build. They are very much reliant on Laurel making the moves. Maybe the supports plus PA can do it too. But
I think having the Kunkka mid does certainly help, because it's almost like you're having an offlaner from the mid lane. And then the Omni is kind of this single target, almost like burst hero. With that hammer of purity that he has now. I just feel like the hero's in a weird place, because it has like this damage thing, but then also very utility-based spells around it.
Yeah.
Just, I feel like the identity of the hero is kind of just not there right now.
I think that's also a big part of the reason we barely ever see the hero as support, right? Because the reason it used to be a good support was exactly because you could go for that spell combo with the first 2 spells maxed out. Guardian Angel is obviously always going to be a great utility spell, but yeah, the cooldowns just kill it as a support. It's too long between when you can really help your cores.
What was his old passive called? I'm trying to remember. The slow.
Degen Aura?
Degen Aura. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's like the perfect description of every gamer.
That's every time I'm next to Jenkins, I'm like, yep, that's real life Omni Knight right there.
I miss it.
Yeah. And for a while, that was also his shard. And then they made Hammer of Purity.
What? Oh, yeah. The
Degen Aura was the shard.
Right, right.
After Hammer of Purity came out, Degen Aura was the shard a bit, and then now it's...
Since we have a pause, might as well talk a bit more about this hero. What do you think of the Hammer of Purity? I feel like that's the reason this hero has lost its identity to some degree.
Yeah. I know what they were trying to do, because they also want... Like, I get the appeal of playing this hero as an attacking core and enabling that, but like you said, effectively, in most situations in the game, there are other choices for that are more appealing to the pros. It's probably also an attempt at making... I think in general, Valve over the last few years have tried to make more heroes flex, like where they have more options in the game, more build paths with talents and with items that have introduced new avenues for how to play your hero. But yeah, with the Hammer of Purity introduction and the rebalancing of the spells, effectively what you've kind of ended up doing is now turning it from... I almost think the hero is less flex than it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Can't really play support at all.
We used to see it on both 5 and 3, sometimes 2. I feel like the last year I have only seen this played as a 3.
I feel like somebody that is putting
really
in the
work out.
changes here at Valve with the Omni Knight misses the olden days, Synderin. Do you remember Dota 1?
Radiance SNY.
Radiance SNY mid Omni.
Yeah.
It was really strong. And that's when SNY, of course, he had that slow, right? The Degen Aura, but then SNY also maimed. So an additional slow on top. That was pretty toxic for sure.
There's you know me with Dota. With patches I've generally been a fan of removing things and slowing things down and whatnot. One thing that they did remove that I actually talking about it kind of miss is actually maim on SNY.
I think so too.
I feel like the old SNY, but I think it was redesigned because at that time the maim was just too powerful. Like the slow was too impactful.
Not anymore.
In core matchups, but
I don't think it is anymore.
I think if you put it back in the game now, it wouldn't feel particularly...
The problem is it doesn't really fit with the SNY now. It would have to be in on a different item, I think, right?
Well, if you let's say you just changed SNY to back how it used to be.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a need because I think they're actually in a good spot right now. But I do miss that mechanic. I agree.
And then there was on the tier 4 neutral item. What was it called?
There was a maim on a neutral item.
Yeah, is there still actually?
I don't think so. I don't remember this.
I need to check this.
Once you say the name, maybe it'll ring some bells as we're back into the game.
Yeah, the tier 4 neutral that had it was also removed. Wasn't it the sword, the triple... What's the sword called?
Trident?
No, what? Why can't I remember this?
Okay, go ahead and research that while we watch the laning stage here. So it'll be Laurel mid on the Kunkka versus Quinn's Leshrac. Leshrac with I think it was a 14 and 18 win rate. A little bit surprising. That's not a positive ratio, but of course Quinn one of the best Leshes in the game.
I found. I wasn't thinking the number wasn't high enough. It was penta-edged sword.
That maimed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, that one was also removed. So no memes. Okay, we're playing. Let's see how these lanes are gonna go. As far as Gaimin Gladiators go, this safe lane, dual lane, is very strong on paper. The Weaver Undying is a lane that's tough to play into for basically any strength off laner. So you would expect Duracho to have a very good time here. Celery is just going to be in Collapse's face, and at that point you're mainly playing Weaver against the Shadow Demon. There is some potential pressure to put out on the Undying, but it's kind of tricky to do. Duracho just seems unkillable in this lane, right? Like, how are you ever killing Weaver with these two heroes?
Well, we've seen Duracho die when you've said that before,
Yeah,
so...
I'm just setting him up for failure here.
Yeah. But that's what makes him one of the most entertaining players in the scene. Almost like the Envy 50-50, except I think Envy won one major, right?
Yeah.
Think, was it the Shanghai, perhaps?
You could say Dota2 has won more majors.
Yes, I think so. But still only a B-tier carry, apparently.
Yeah, thanks on me.
Accelerate, still with plenty of mangoes to go. Duracho is going to get disrupted as Mira pretty low on mana as the Hammer of Purity comes down to collapse, but the Tombstone is placed and Duracho not able to deny it. So the money will go to Collapsing Company as Mira gets chased off of the lane for now.
Very decisive there from Mira. He instantly went on the Tombstone with Collapse. They had already pre-planned that. They were like, if he tombs, we're just going to kill it right away with the Disruption Illusions and with the Omni. So that actually turned into a quite good trade for Spirit, taking advantage of when Weaver is in Shukuchi, if you disrupt and he comes out, the Shukuchi will end, you don't have your escape tool available. So Stella replaced the Tombstone as a kind of a defensive, offensive hybrid measure in that situation, and they just immediately wiped it out. But still doing fine in that top lane. Yatoro!
Inkswell connection onto Tofu, and Yatoro finishes the job. That's first blood for him. Will it cost him his life? Ace trying to pursue further. Spear does connect in the end. Just for the damage aspect, that's all he needed. And Ace should be able to walk away scot-free, but still, first blood for Yatoro. They'll be pretty happy with that.
Yep. Miposhka hits the... I don't think he could have killed Ace even if that stroke hit. But yeah, Grimstroke PA is a special kind of lane, you know? It was popular for a while when PA was a bigger pick. It enables the aggression in the lane very much so. You just put Inkswell on PA, she blink strikes in and start slowing the target. You get that big stun in the burst. And against a lane like Bat Mars, if you find the right moment of opportunity, when, especially if Spear is on cooldown, the enemy team, the counterplay is only really a Flame Break. So if you find a way to walk in so you can Phantom Strike after the Flame Break, then you 100% stick on your target with that Inkswell.
Yeah, it's mid lane. Quinn sitting on 27 and 6. Laurel not too far behind, 27 and 0, so pretty much a wash. Slight advantage for Mr. Quinn as Mira is going to take a Tombstone slow, along with a Blood Grenade. Zombie still following. Celery continue to pursue as the Purification comes out from Collapse. Will help him walk away.
How come Duracho didn't want to chase that? Was he? I guess he was too vulnerable. Okay, he was too low. Fair enough. Thought he had a bit more in the tank than that, but couldn't pursue with the Tombstone, and that's another one kind of going to waste here. And I think worth keeping in mind in this game, the panel talked about this. Gaimin Gladiators is honestly kind of on a timer in this one, as far as I'm concerned. I think the Radiant lineup becomes very difficult to deal with when PA gets maxed out. With Repel on top and Inkswell, she is going to be absolutely terrifying in the late game. So if the lanes just float like this, I think Spirit should be pretty happy with this. If they can be even after 20 minutes and not have lost too much ground, too many towers, and the PA gets to play the map, then they will be cruising toward the type of game that they were hoping for when they picked the strategy.
And what about the late game matchup of the carries, PA versus Weaver? Weaver obviously very mobile based. Yeah,
it's mobile, and I think it's a bit deceptive nowadays how tanky Weaver can get with the right item build, but I don't see it holding a candle to the PA in the late game. You're going to have to use an item slot on MKB or Bloodthorn, and Bloodthorn will not be reliable against Omni, so I think you have to get the MKB to hit the PA, and it's always, PA is such a special here in the late game, right? It's always just going to be these explosive bursts that even if Weaver is farmed, you can still get caught off guard and die.
Taro might be in some trouble in the bot lane. There was a third member of Gaimin shadowing here.
Yeah, Blur.
Yeah,
Very
Blur
good.
definitely helping out here. As Creep Wave will be fortified for Gaimin. They want to continue to dive. Yeah. Full Creep Wave killed now. So Yatoro not able to get any of that. Might get a courier there on his way out.
And Spirit were trying to do something in mid, but Quinn isn't there.
Oh, double TP though from Spirit. X marks from Laurel onto Ace. The boat is coming for him. He's silenced as well from the Grimstroke. That'll lead to a nice pickoff for Miposhka. And a Tombstone to boot. Yatoro, 150 gold. Man, those thing is worth so much money.
Yeah.
It's pretty absurd. This top lane. Hammer of Purity is ready. As Duracho will pop the wand. Might not live through the day, though. Tries to get the Shukuchi off, but it's just too much damage. Mira finds another kill to his name.
Yeah. When he's left alone, it's a different story. And if they catch him in a good disruption during Shikuchi, he can definitely be killed. So a couple of good moves here from Spirit. They're going to be happy to... Obviously, they don't know this, but Yotaro being top net worth at this point is basically the dream for PA. Quite infrequent that this hero manages to accomplish this in the first 10 minutes of the game, because it's not a particularly strong laner unless you have a great matchup.
There's no way he can die again. Dyrachyo. All right.
Oh, the misclick.
Yep, that is unfortunate for Mira. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. We'll bring Dyrachyo quite low. Can he get a 4th? In the pit he goes. Like he'll be able to dodge it.
I'm positive he's dead if he disrupts him there. I think he lost... He might have lost vision of him slightly around the trees and ended up clicking on the Omni. So maybe it wasn't a target regardless, but...
Trying to go high ground. Yotaro. And Miposhka will find Celery. Inkswell only connects onto 1. Is now Miposhka on the run. The Stifling Dagger to try to slow it up. Nice Torrent with the boat coming as well. Celery taking the brunt of that damage, and it looks like Yotaro will finish him off. And Miposhka, 5 stacks, the sticky napalm. Laurel getting pursued by Quinn in the meantime. The Pulse Nova just ripping him a new one. The Fairy Fire won't be enough for him to survive, as now Yotaro blinks right out of the arena and dodges the spear as well, as he has a cornucopia into his eventual Battle Fury.
Yeah, a lot of rotation here from Gaimin. Not really the best payoff, but also not the worst. They do get the mid hero in this exchange, only losing a support. But again, gotta keep in mind what type of heroes are involved in these plays. This is the bigger thing, though. Quinn will get the mid tower.
So close. Or to use time lapse as well.
Actually,
so
has
collapse.
to be the base.
Yeah, forces Dyrachyo completely out of lane. He has to make the walk of shame.
So Quinn takes the mid tower, 4 points in Edict. He can really make quick work of those. Going to start heading down to bottom, you would imagine. They want to get this tower together with potentially an arena play. 40 seconds the cooldown here if Spirit do try to defend. I feel like they probably won't, and Quinn can probably just take the tower from the tree line, honestly, with an Edict here. But he's looking for... He was maybe hoping to find the PA down here. We'll only find creeps. Yep, need to finish that one. All right, there we go. Tofu will continue the stacking. Big, fat stacks for Lesh. One of the best heroes in the game at taking this.
Radiant's bottom tower
Particularly the non-ancients.
Dyrachyo continuing to get gone on. We'll time lapse most of the damage off. Man, they are pressuring him so much this game, and that is going to lead to him having the lowest CS of any core in the game currently. And in terms of that hero and like the comeback potential, how would you say it rates?
Yeah, it doesn't play too well from behind, I would say. And there are some high-risk situations for Weaver in this game. X-Mark is a very good spell against this pick in particular in this game. Grimstroke Silence is a problem. So you do need to reach some sort of baseline of items to solve problems here, whether that's BKB or Manta, to have a way of breaking out of combos. And yeah, the more they pressure him, the slower that's going to come out, and the harder it will be for him to find a way into fights. The good news for Gaimin is that Lesh is doing very well, and we've seen Quinn take over games on this hero. In this tournament, we saw him pick it very early in the first phase in the beginning of the tournament without success, but now it's a later pick, so conditions should be better.
Tofu on the sideline has his lasso. Celery shadowing him under cover of smoke. But it looks like even with the rotation of Ace, it's been spotted out. So Spirit will back away completely. Collapse now. Feeling safe to go back into lane. Will continue to do his thing against Dyrachyo. He's getting closer to his eventual Echo Saber.
He's 3-0 and 3 build currently on the Omnis. No point repel. He's holding a skill point for either that or Guardian Angel, whichever one will be more relevant when a fight breaks out that he's a part of. But so far, Collapse has not moved. Literally just built a house in the top lane. Hammered in the nails himself, as a matter of fact.
Do you like the single target Guardian more than the old one?
Conceptually, or if I think it's better?
Either. Whatever's more interesting of an answer.
I think there was something about the old ult in the type of moments it could create in teamfights where But I understand why people might have thought it was either, I wouldn't necessarily say overpowered, but maybe uninteresting, because it didn't really have like the same skillful usage of targeting the right hero at the right time. It was just, okay, fight is breaking out, let me just pop this and make everyone physically invulnerable. Now that it has the 2 charges and you can select the targets, I think it leaves more option for higher skilled plays, timing. So I guess overall, I think this is a cooler ability actually as a single target from that perspective. How about you? Did you like the old one better?
No, I didn't like. Yeah, the
You
old
don't
one.
like either, or?
No, I think the new one's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot more. As Quinn. Gonna find Yatoro here. Oh, uses Pulse Nova. His Celery is the one found out, but Ace coming in to back him up. Miposhka gets a nice ink swell onto 2. Soulbind is there, but the lasso will find Mira. Arena comes in, deletes Miposhka and Mira. So 2 supports dead for Spirit.
Yeah, this Radiant lineup just can't teamfight without Kunkka right now. It's just absolutely no way, and he got cut off, so... Nice and easy for Gaimin. Obviously, Spirit want to buy time. This is a very nice Battle Fury timing from Yatoro here, 13 minutes.
Yep.
With the Treads and Raindrop to go, or to boot. It's going to be a bit of a game of...
Oh, is he gonna go eventual Phylactery or Conda? Is that actually the build on PA?
Conda?
He's getting Crystallis into BKB, and then
PA goes Conda? Maybe.
I mean, Stifling Dagger. Why not?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you very easily activate it. It's just that, you know, arguably in a lot of situations.
And they just increased the range of Stifling Dagger as well in this last letter patch.
But you can't crit 2 attacks at the same time. So PA will always lose value from buying Critical Strike because any attack that coup de grace procs, your whatever crit item you've bought cannot proc on the same swing. I don't know exactly how it works with pseudo-random distribution. I think if both crits proc, the bigger one is used and the other one is not counted, because it makes quite a big difference whether the other crit is wasted, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at least you know when you're critting with coup de grace now.
Yeah, that's true.
As Mira, he's going to get surrounded here. And we brought down again, this time by Ace. Doraccio looking to find somebody to pick off on the sidelines here. They're going to put a sentry down, X on top of him, but the rest of the reinforcements from Gaimin might force... Oh, actually, Collapse wants to fight. There's the Arena coming out. Doraccio just dies straight up to Collapse again. Double kill for Ace, though, as he finds yet another kill onto a support. And now Collapse being pursued. He's a piglet, and he will give the triple kill to Ace. So there were questions about whether Ace could play this hero. Seems to be doing quite well.
Yeah, I wonder why Gaimin have not been rating this hero higher, if it's some sort of... I don't feel like it's the shortcomings of the player. So it has to be either the scrims they played with that didn't really work out with how their playstyle goes usually, or... Because I don't think he feels uncomfortable on it. And so far in this game, he's playing completely fine. The reason it's a talking point is that it really stands out because, like, basically every other team in the tournament is first picking Mars.
Right.
They aren't, but based on this game so far and the previous game in the group stage that he played where he also did great,
Maybe they're playing the long game, you know?
Yeah.
So they can second phase pick it.
We were only pretending we don't play the first pick that every other team plays, and we're going to surprise you with that. I don't know. Good stuff from Gaimin, though. 3K lead. They are clearly showing good understanding of how this game is meant to be played for their lineup. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to group up, make smoke moves, take team fights, put the pressure on Spirit before their lineup comes online.
Miposhka gets off the silence. Inkswell to follow.
Should be okay.
And the Torrent. Lots of delay as Ace
A very good smoke break there.
will likely retreat now.
Gaimin would like to find any possible fight they can, so Spirit will try to play keep away, and when they do get found, they'll do their best to make a clean disengage. Straight up team fights are not really anything you're looking for until PA is online, which will take a bit of time. I don't think you can really change your PA build because you're playing with Omni, by the way. I just think the duration is too short on the repel to skip BKB. I think he's still going that. Wait, he's just going a value Crystallis, and then he's going
BKB.
BKB Deso.
Oh, he's going Deso after as well.
So
Interesting.
it doesn't look like he's upgrading the... maybe he's just... His quick buy is just every item he could possibly want, right? He also still has a Wraith Band.
Is there any other item other than Daedalus that Chrysalis builds into these days? Celery evaporates to the damage from Spirit. Collapse is the one playing carry, it feels like.
He has a lot of burst now. He has the Shard. So Shard Echo is a massive single target burst that Omni can pull out, and you give him the Inkswell on top. Heroes can definitely die very quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll defer to BSJ after this game on the panel to explain this PA build. I'm not really confident in judging why this is the right thing to do in this game, or in general. But what I will say is that for basically, especially on the heroes that he's a master on, which PA is definitely one of them for Yatoro, this guy has, for a couple of years now, kind of been a genius on itemization in a lot of games. Like, just has made some really cool decisions in many a game we've seen of characteristic choices. So
yep. TP coming in though from the lash shot. Tofu just runs right into the PA, but gets off the last just in time. Quinn coming in, gets the split earth as well, but the boat might help out Yatoro, trying to get away. Not going to happen. The arena already placed. One support TP'd out already. The rest of Spirit starting to melt. Spirit lose 3, and Collapse looks to be next. Just too much magic damage. As Gaimin, they lose their Mars, but that's it.
Ace with a great arena there. So PA finds the opening onto Bat and gets lassoed, and nobody can connect. So you're going to see it here. He's getting lassoed here. Mira gets blocked off. Kunkka gets walled off as well. Yatoro cannot connect with anyone, can't get saved. Omni's too far away. So Spirit not really in the right position, relatively speaking, with their heroes to help out the main one. And if PA is involved in a fight, you've got to be there with the other heroes to cover for her.
Yeah.
She's way too frail right now, so when she does want to fight, she's going to need help.
Yep, really needs that BKB or the repel.
Yeah.
That fight's totally different if the repel is on him. And just like that, Gaimin now open up a 6K lead.
PA is one of the comeback heroes of this game, one of the best ones when she suddenly hits critical mass. The Spirit can definitely get there, but moments like those that Gaimin just found there are going to be massive. They keep looking for these team fights and finding them successfully. Things are going to be looking up for them. Quinn now with the Bloodstone. He's getting huge on the Lesh. All 3 cores on the side of Gaimin are having solid games. Considering Duracho had a tough time in lane and got pressured a lot, I think he's still looking fine. On the gold, he will be going for Gleipnir. Pretty standard item on the Weaver. Sets up Lesh really well.
Laurel about 1,300 from the Torrent Storm. And that's another spell that is desperately needed for Team Spirit to be able to fight. Actually a little surprised that they even wanted to fight. I mean, I know they have the Omni, maybe that's the reason why, but PA games, it's like 3rd item is when you start fighting, typically. It's typically like the Battle Fury, Deso, BKB, then fight. But
now his quick buy does have a point booster, so maybe Conda is...
Could be Ags as well, who knows?
Is there any reason to buy this Chrysalis if you're not going to upgrade it? Because like we've seen in the past these weird builds on a hero like Gyro where you go the Chrysalis early and you don't upgrade it for like 3 or 4 items. It's just a really nice farming item. I don't feel like that's what we're working with here with the PA. I feel like Conda is in the build.
Yeah, well, he gets crit and then he gets Ags, which helps him farm more with the crit, right? Whereas PA just going for defensive BKB first.
I don't know.
That's a little odd.
X mark.
X.
Duracho is trying to be cute.
Boat is going to hit. Do they have the burst? Absolutely. Duracho doing Duracho things.
He was trying to steal the Wisdom at minute 21 on Weaver, which is honestly pretty standard, but...
Maybe too standard.
I guess so. I mean, Spirit were definitely ready for it and anticipating this move, so they set up and get a big kill, and the Tormentor, the Team Spirit special.
All right, cleanse for Sticky Napalm. And I don't think you can Dispel Decay, so is that it?
I guess Lightning Storm slow?
Yeah, technically true. I guess that's about it.
How does it work with Flame? I guess Flame Breaks dot?
Yeah.
And slow as well? But I think you still take the full knockback. I don't think it works like a continuous instantly dispel stopper, like having Demonic Purge against Force Staff. I don't think it's going to work that way. Roche will be claimed for the side of Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. Denying an Aegis from a PA. Definitely something you want to do.
Dyrachyo TP top and
time lapse is back.
Had to lapse back. I mean, to be fair, it actually was a good time lapse because there was a Phantom's Embrace mid-air connecting on him, and that could have been his death. So he's gonna have to head back home. Weaver is one of the least punished heroes from having to go back to base. Obviously, you connect pretty fast with Shikushi, so not the end of the world.
Yeah, Torrent Storm now available for Laurel, and Miposhka. I believe, yeah, he had to purchase the shard, was waiting for the Tormentor just to see if he got the 50-50, but now he got that Inkswell upgrade. Torrent onto Lesh, and wow! Collapse comes in and two-shots him, essentially. Tofu looking for an opening, not going to find it. The Phantom has been embraced now upon him.
Yeah, he has the Whispers of the Dread on Omni Knight, which is quite the amp, you know?
That's true.
Considering all his spells are pure damage, and this is just another 10% on top.
Not bad.
Yeah, pretty nice. All right, so they just grab a quick Aegis there.
Is that a yeah? He's going Harpoon into Phylactery for collapse. Okay. I
guess Conda Omni is kind of good.
Yeah, right? I guess that is true. I never thought about that one.
Okay, so now PA has BKB. We'll see what the call is here from Yatoro. Is it going to be finishing the Conda or is it going to be Deso? It's got to be one or the other. He still has the Wraith Band and Quick Buy. Don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, because he doesn't want to he already shift clicked.
Yeah, he doesn't want to rearrange it.
Gets the opening onto the Conquer. There's the arena again, separating everyone else, but disruption to save just for the time being. Miposhka does end up falling as Laurel gets off that Torrent Storm finally with the Blade Mail, but not a whole lot of damage done. Good amount of CC though. 2 dead for Spirit as now they try to get the hell out of dodge. Oh, Spear actually misses onto Yatoro, but can he find a target to actually... No, he's going to try to TP instead. Is successful.
I feel like most players in the world would have BKB TP'd there. But he really... He recognized that it wasn't necessary. Really wants to preserve those charges. And this was another fight where Gaimin just... I mean, they just had more numbers, right? PA wasn't there at the beginning of this fight. He was off farming. And the fight breaks out. It was a very quick counterplay to the lasso with the repel, but Hero still gets pulled in and they don't really get to stabilize. Laurel gets put in a very awkward spot, can't really get out. Just casts all his spells and then dies. All right.
Tofu
big damage.
Feeling the wrath of collapse, but he's tanky enough to survive it.
That's a kill with a Conda, I guess.
Might be a kill with just a Phylactery. Wait, does he have the Phylactery already?
No.
Yeah. As Lara will be going for his tidal wave now. And like you said, Dyrachyo has to itemize with that MKB next. That'll be a pretty big power spike for Gaimin. As Quinn working on the BKB. A damage rune as well, so extra spell amp. As, oh, Mira. Okay, well, he's a long ways away, but has his sights set on an Aghanim Scepter. The break specifically for Mars, I suppose, but just extra charge is always good.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on.
Oh, I think I get it now. Okay.
Hold on. Lasso. Grim is dead. Go ahead. What do you understand now, Cinderin?
All right, so Yatoro had the Wraith Band in the quick buy because he wanted to not finish it until minute 25. That's when it's worth enough for him to put the goal. He built the Wraith Band down. So he had to circle it the entire game until minute 25, and then he bought Wraith Band at that point.
Okay.
To maximize, to get that double value. Usually you just buy it anyway, because then you have a Wraith Band and then it doubles up.
Yeah.
But there might be some sort of missing timing on earlier items by buying the Wraith Bands too early, because then you get a later BKB, for example. But now the Wraith Band is just too good to not have. Still looking for the Crystallis explanation, because now he is going for the Deso. So that one is still a bit of a mystery. If you bought Conda now, I would get it, but I think... Is the Crystallis really worth its weight in gold for a PA farming? He must think it is.
Yeah, I would think so. As Dyrachyo throwing out a random swarm. Gives some vision here. 7k lead for Gaimin. Yatoro on the hunt, but not done with his Deso yet.
That's level 18 though, so that's a big power spike for this hero. Massive crit.
I do feel like they maybe play a little bit passive until this Deso's online. It's not really that far away.
Oh, he just PP'd away.
Tofu initiation, yeah, without their PA, this is going to be a disaster for Team Spirit. They lose both supports. Tidal Wave will keep Laurel safe along with the boat. And Collapse was there as well, but the Gleipnir from Dyrachyo into the arena. Laurel is dead and Collapse completely surrounded. I'm not sure if they spotted the TP for Yatoro, but that was perfect timing for Gaimin.
Genuinely, absolutely perfect timing. The moment he left, they just get this kill. Just super nice. The ward here, giving them the information, and Spirit get caught completely off guard. I gotta say, Gaimin's play this game has been very... Compared to, again, we saw them warming up yesterday a bit against Aurora. I feel like it's been more structured. It's been more like we're used to seeing from them. They're playing tighter together. They're making better team moves. And it's paying off big time so far in this game. 11k up now. This bottom tier 2 is probably falling to Quinn as well. There is a glyph, but I think they're not going to use it here. So they get 2 towers with this move as well.
Yeah.
Quinn now going to finish his BKB. We got the BKB 8-seconder on Mars. And Weaver is not going to buy one. I was looking if they had a triple BKB timing coming out, but Dyrachyo will be going for the MKB, which is very standard against PA. That's a solution there. They have the gem on the bat. They just have all the tools they need and just keep playing and controlling the map against Spirit. And we've been talking a lot about this PA and her comeback potential. This is when it needs to start happening for Spirit if they want to have a chance in this game. We'll get the Glass Cannon Nemesis Curse here. So tons of damage on the PA now. With that plus Deso.
Yep, Tofu. He's been the one starting every single fight as of late as, oh, Celery gets deleted.
All right.
Okay, that's one way to show off your Deso. Time-lapse used now on Dyrachyo. Tier 1 tower will go the way of Spirit, and you're right, this is when the team-up, the 5-man potentially for Spirit will come through.
Can we get a replay on that on Dying Kill in slow-mo?
You mean the missed kill?
Wait, was it not on...
I don't think it was on camera.
Okay, because he died so fast, I don't actually know where the damage came from in that. I guess it was fight recap as well. Okay, so Omni... Oh, he was disseminated too. So Omni disseminate and 1 Phantom Strike was it. Just got blown up.
That'll do it. Konda not too far away. Get to see that stifling dagger. Konda!
I will say, this 9k lead, most of the games we've cast in this tournament, I feel like this lead would have been more important than it is this game.
Yes, it does not. I mean, Gaimin are definitely ahead, but it does not feel like this is insurmountable at all for Spirit.
It's by the nature of Spirit's lineup being so different from what's meta right now.
Surprised they haven't gone for Roche, though.
Well, he isn't up.
Yes, it is.
No.
What do you mean, no?
He can respawn in 10 seconds.
What? Wait, your computer actually shows something different than what I'm watching on production. Interesting. That's so weird. Okay, it's spawning
am I watching on delay?
No, it says now it's spawning in 12. Wow,
like, I could have sworn I was in the game. I really psyched me out there. I'm like, okay.
That is so weird.
I've had some weird moments the last couple of days, as you can attest to off camera, where I'm like,
yes. You've been quite aloof.
You're actually gaslighting me now. I was like, okay, am I even watching the right game?
We just see a bug.
Okay.
Roche is now up.
Okay.
In case you're wondering.
All right, so now they can go for Roche. He's bottom.
Yep.
For the next 4.5 minutes, and Gaimin, you would imagine, would like to do this as soon as possible. Take the possibility away from Yatoro and get it on their Lesh.
He's 400 from Konda.
Yep. Very curious to see how big of a difference that makes. It has to be huge, the burst that this hero can output with Konda, so...
It's not just Stifling Dagger, like, it provides a slow for Phantom Strike, if you think about it as well, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to open with Stifling. In fact, I wonder which one procs first. If you throw a Stifling Dagger and then Phantom Strike, but the Phantom Strike hits first after casting a second, which procs? I think it's the Phantom Strike.
I would think so too.
Tofu trying to go for the opening. He does get the lasso. That is the deletion of Maposhka right off the bat. Yatoro pop the BKB, focusing on Quinn, but he's just melting. Absolutely melting. It's way too much damage from Gaimin. And just like that, it's 4 dead. All right. Well, I don't think Konda would have made much of a difference there anyway.
Well, he has it.
Oh, okay. It made no difference there anyway.
It's another 5v4. I feel like every move Gaimin Gladiators find a big team fight, there's always one hero missing on Spirit. They didn't have Kunkka there. He was already bottom. Like, you can't fight without this hero. You need that disruption from the Ghost Ship and the Torrent Storm. You need to make it difficult for Gaimin to initiate. They just run them down. They pop their BKBs, just run in and kill everyone. Yet Toro cannot stand his ground against this amount of damage. He needs the mitigation from the ship, and he needs the Torrent Storm and the Tidal Wave to just break up the fight a little bit to give him space. Gaimin Gladiators is so quick to just find the right moves, and obviously going to claim the grand prize here in the Roche. They will get the banner.
Hell yeah.
We love our banners.
All right, let's shame whoever uses it right away. It'll be celery, usually reserved for the position 5.
At this point, I think no team can use this in a way that you appreciate aside from saving it. Like, literally, if anybody uses this item before Rax, you're going to be like, that was bad.
That's right. That is correct. Well, no. Okay, if they're going to push, even without Rax, and they want to put it down behind them, that's okay.
All right.
I wouldn't say that's ideal, but it's okay.
So same lane as they're in.
Same lane, but
okay.
Otherwise, I think you wait for barracks, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
there it is.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to vomit in my mouth here. That's what that sound was. Just awful.
Oh, God, you love this. You love the banner so much.
Naposhka, he'll be able to dispel. Let Dyrachyo, he's not stopping. He is Dyrachyo after all.
It's the Guardian Angel forced. Quite nice.
The tier 2 tower will go the way of Gaimin, and they can steal the Tormi if they want. Tofu, honestly, as well as Ace has played, Tofu has been the initiator this game.
Yeah.
He has been the MVP by far. And they will get the Tormi, and Seller will get the grab ally, everyone's favorite.
It's very good against Kunkka.
Yeah, that is true.
And killing the Tombstone for PA is actually not that easy, because sure, you might have a couple of fast attacks with the Phantom Strike, but you really don't want to spend your fight on that.
No.
This is a hero that needs to jump and kill targets fast, not stand around hitting a random tomb. So I think the grab ally is actually very reliable and very safe this game to use.
Unless Konda one-shots you.
Sure. But then, yeah. I mean, what can you do at that point, right? Mira will get caught.
He has died.
Yes.
And the AoE with the Bloodstone is so noticeable. As Tofu again finding a pickoff. Second support for Spirit dead. Laurel just trying to run away from zombies and bugs. Bops the blade mail. Dyrachyo can just time-lapse it off. He will live though. As Dyrachyo with a 34-minute BKB. Very late, actually. He has so many items.
Yeah.
Hasn't needed it yet.
I really like that he didn't buy it until now. I think it's good.
And Ace is going to get initiated by Yatoro. Will end up forcing out the BKB, but Dyrachyo is the one hitting the buildings.
Yes, the X-Mark PA combo that we've all come to know and love. You just X, she jumps in with Konda, try to burst someone, and then pull her back.
Yeah, it just hasn't worked out yet for Spirit.
It's kind
Feels
of
like
back
there's
to
usually this power spike that happens. Like, it's very noticeable, but
oh, Dyrachyo.
been the case. He's gonna get disrupted.
Yes, BKB and Aegis.
Yes, he does. And he's standing his ground. Will time lapse.
Oh,
as the arena onto 4 heroes. Boat is coming though to provide a little bit of a buff. Torrent Storm. Pretty good crowd control here.
It only gives them 1 kill, that arena, but it forces every BKB out of Spirit. So that is still a very nice spellcast from Ace.
Gaimin 22k lead now.
And I guess it comes back to what we talked about earlier. Does Team Spirit have too much of the same thing? Like, are they a little bit too heavily invested into this kind of saving stuff instead of having a little more teamfight control and catch?
Yeah.
Because Gaimin are just picking them apart.
Oh, that X was not very far away.
All right, that is...
Yatoro gets punished as a result.
Wow, that is so disappointing.
And now after yesterday's games, with Spirit playing so well, not the greatest coordination on that one.
I mean, not just that. I was just also hoping to see like some sort of cool team fight, right? But now we don't even get that.
Yeah.
Just gets stolen away. Tofu with another great catch. And Spirit, yeah. This is not really, in my opinion, indicative of what we saw from the teams yesterday. I would say Gaimin doing better and Spirit doing worse.
Yeah, they get 1 set of racks. As Collapse being pursued now by Tofu. Soulbind is applied, but Team Spirit are just on the run. They lose Collapse, Tidal Wave, all of this work to try to get the support Bat Rider, but Ace is there to try to assist. They will end up taking out Tofu, Lara with the BKB, Blade Mail as well. Inside the arena, we'll be able to walk back to the fountain, but he'll lose Miposhka in the process. As Dyrachyo looking to finish off the rest of Spirit, and he does. The Aegis is consumed, Ace getting taken out by the fountain. This doesn't feel like the one game that we watched with Dyrachyo. Who was it actually that got pulled into the fountain?
BZM.
That was BZM, yeah. But Dyrachyo did something. That was the Alk play. Nothing similar to that here happening.
This fountain dive I also really like because they used arena, so you're protected from the fountain during that duration, and they stayed within the boundaries, so they could find the Kunkka kill. Burn their Aegis and that's fine.
And Gleipnir on 2, Dyrachyo looking to finish off the barracks as the mega creeps come in, and Quinn looking to finish the job of... Oh, nice. Got the time-lapse instant silence afterwards, so that leads to Dyrachyo's death. And he is dead for 80 seconds without buyback. Not that he'll need it. As Spirit are going to have to try to contest with these mega creeps. Damage rune spotted top, but that'll go to the way of Gaimin.
Ah yes, that Undying with damage rune. So nice.
That's a good one.
Can decay for another 5 damage. Can hit those creeps. Had to take it, it was expiring. So, when we'll get a less interesting rune with the illusion.
I feel like once you get the, I mean, I know it's not that big of a deal here, but once you get that Bloodstone on the Lesh, don't you just get Shard? Isn't that just absurd?
It really depends what type of fights you're taking. The Shard is primarily good in static defensive fights, and it doesn't really feel like that's the type of fights you're going to have against Spirit this game, right? Like the fights are very mobile, they're very quick.
Yeah.
Love the AC on him, by the way, against the PA.
Yep.
Opting to go for that because Mars went Shivas.
Don't think we're going to get to the point where we see the double Conda surprise from Collapse. But I was looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, the only hope right now for Spirit is getting a Rapier. I think that's what can salvage this game somehow. Yatoro getting a Rapier, finding some insane fights, but he's quite far off it. He bought the Basher first.
Yeah, that is definitely one way to try to get back in the game. And I assume you just drop your backpack, your treads, which means you might as well sell it to finish off the Rapier if you get close enough, but he's still, like you said, very far away.
Collapse.
Being pursued. Tofu.
Oh
boy. Lasso again. Why not? One more for the road, as Tofu has just completely dominated this game number 1.
Yeah, look at his net worth, actually.
And this was a first pick Batrider.
Yeah, unless that's the same as the enemy mid at this point.
First pick Batrider into a Grimstroke first pick, which is looked at as a counter. Oh, he'll be spotted in the trees and will finally be punished for his transgressions. It's a 1-for-1 technically. The Torrent Storm came out as well. Not really catching anyone. As Yatoro can't even finish one component yet of that Divine. But maybe with the Batrider dying, this will delay things. As Roche, it's also a late timer, so 2-minute Roche means 2 more minutes potentially of Spirit being able to try to get this Divine. Unless you think Game will want to push without that.
Yeah, true. I guess from their perspective, I don't know how scary this Rapier really is if you have Aegis. It's their only chance, right? So considering that, maybe going high ground before the Aegis to not give PA this option is an interesting idea. I don't know if there's any communication about that, if they're considering that as the risk of the game. But the way I see it, this is the only solution for Spirit. But of course, if you rush in a little bit too early and you give PA a decent fight before you have Aegis, then she gets the Rapier from the fight. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, can get the Sacred Relic now.
Yeah, he did sell the treads, as you said. So.
All right. Not too far, then.
It will be there in time for this fight. Okay, maybe we do still get the team fight. I feel like we got robbed off.
Robbed of?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they got X-marked in base and just died instantly.
Yeah,
and they lost the whole base.
It's been pretty underwhelming.
Does he have it now? There we go. Almost.
And how close is collapse to the con? Because of course that's very important.
One more wave.
Finish that off. He's still a bit of ways. Yeah.
They're both close to these items.
Bracer if you need. Yeah, the creeps are coming.
Who's that Aether lens for?
Grim.
Grim with the lens, okay. Soul, well, never mind, he doesn't have, yeah, okay. So, what's the dream fight? You want to soulbind 2 heroes that then get daggered with the rapier?
I mean, that's the thing that's kind of interesting, because I was thinking...
Oh, he's getting 25 talent from this?
Okay.
It's close, he got it.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, which one is he taking?
Triple stifle.
I like it. Which one gets, well, I guess the one you target gets the con.
Yeah. But if you have soulbind on 2 heroes, he can now throw 6 daggers.
That's nice. All right, it's going to be against the Aegis on Dyrachyo. The banner, which will be wasted as all. Actually, no, it's going to be Gaimin creeps.
You can't really waste it here.
Well, you can if you put it right in front of the enemies and they kill it.
Yeah.
Which we have seen.
Well, they could use it to get. They could use it as a distraction with Tombstone.
Yes.
What if you could put the banner down and then it could jump into the Tombstone?
Yeah, that's a really cool mechanic.
Grab banner. A new ability.
I like it.
Collapse.
Yeah, Tofu. He seemed to be the one starting every single fight. Collapse is going to show himself. Gets lassoed. Oh, the Inks will actually cancels it instantly. Arena coming in from Ace, but the disruption is going to slow it down a bit. Yataro's who we're watching. That is who has the Divine Rapier right now. Focusing onto the Batrider. Gets him. Has that BKB. Will have the Phantom Strike back to base. Gladiator coming. Look at that stifling dagger just one-shotting there. Mars is dead. Dyrachyo, no more Aegis to work with. Has to use Timeless, but now he's silenced. He gets destroyed. Triple kill for Yatoro. It's not over yet, says Spirit. Quinn gonna get X now. Torrent does connect as Tofu bought back in the game. Reconnects now with the Lesh. And Yatoro, yeah, you had to worry about your base. The Ancient is fully exposed. No more tower to work with, so no chase potential here from Spirit, but they certainly defend, and those are Gaimin creeps, ladies and gentlemen. The Gaimin creeps have come. Look at those Chads. My goodness. They're huge. They're heroes.
PA is definitely,
oh, God.
PA is struggling with this one. How is she going to wave clear that? Okay, that was step 1 of many for Spirit.
Abyssal now.
Yeah, Abyssal.
The only thing he's really missing is Ags and Shard.
Yep. You could argue
the banner
he would
has
like
died, everyone.
You could argue he would like to have a nullifier to swap in for his Battle Fury in the fights, maybe, but it's like...
Sorry, a what?
A nullifier.
Oh, right.
But I don't know if he's going to want to even swap out the Battle Fury for a moment, because if he gets any good cleave on 2 heroes, that has mega value. I'm not sure. And with the Abyssal, he can probably jump and kill the Bat, because in this fight, he jumped the Bat and he instantly Ghost Sceptered and delayed the death.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't even die. It was his teammates that ended up dying, I believe. No, or did he get Tofu?
I think something we've learned here today is that...
He did get Tofu. Tofu bought back.
You just need 6 items on PA. Then you can start fighting.
I mean, the thing about moments like this is that you get to see how Spirit's lineup works. It's just that Gaimin really played a great mid-game to put Spirit so much on the back foot. If you imagine this game state where they have just like 1 lane of barracks left, I think Spirit would actually be in a pretty good spot 25k down. But the Megas just makes a huge difference for their access to the map. And next upcoming fight, I don't think Tofu is going to make the same mistake of jumping the Omni. Collapse was literally AFK, just hoping to get jumped so Mira could save him.
It was a trap, yeah.
And this is obviously what their lineup has that we've talked about. They have all this save if they're in position, and you're not going to be out of position in your own base to help each other very often.
Quinn now with the Arcane Blink. I mean, I guess boots can turn into something else, but you do need move speed, so...
Yeah.
Maybe just wait for those 60-minute items, get the force boots, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he needs. Still a ways away from that as an Eon Disc for Dyrachyo. Okay, that's one way to mitigate dying.
Would make the nullifier even better now for PA.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's going to buy it before he gets Ags and Shard, as you said.
Yeah, the Ags is extremely good.
Oh, Quinn hasn't died. I didn't even realize that.
Huh.
He's deathless in a game with the second lowest death count being 3 on the Undying, ironically.
Ancient is exposed, so one slip up from Spirit, and the game can be over. And Gaimin, with their posture as if they want to fight. Tofu again tries for the initiation, but Spirit ready. Boat's coming. Oh, the tidal wave brings the Bat Rider up to the high ground. Another stifling dagger for the road. Grab ally will save him for the time being, and it looks like it'll be enough for him to eventually get away. Although Yatoro looking for the stifling. Pops the Eon.
Nice.
Very
He's just laughing on the camera. Just
like nice pickup, bro.
Yeah, if you want that disc to work, you can't be the one pushing the wave. That's just not a thing.
Yeah, for sure. This Gaimin don't want to enter without some sort of. Oh my god, that is so filthy. And Yatoro working on an eventual second rapier, but
I don't think a lot of people missed the patch where PA was a first pick. That was.
that's hard to finish.
Something. Wait, did he just one-shot a Mega Creep without critting? With the Conda? It's actually strong
Well,
enough.
that is a crit,
Well, it didn't critically strike. It was just a Conda bonus.
which is a crit.
Well,
Yep.
okay,
You have
sure.
anything to say for yourself as Lasso? This time they're not ready. The Inkswell finally comes out. There's the Guardian Angel as well. Laurel's in a lot of trouble. He's going to use the tidal wave and the boat as well. He's super fast. Will be get back to base. Collapse inside of the arena. Will also be able to walk away.
Okay.
Good attempt from Gaimin, but
Yeah, that was close.
Spirit survived with all 5.
They got off the initial save and then he instantly Guardian Angels and repels himself and just runs out.
Yeah, in terms of
Was
Team
that
Spirit,
a second rapier? Did I see that right? Yatoro bought a second rapier on the courier?
did he?
It's flying in from the east, I think?
Okay, what are you replacing then?
Ooh.
Or is this just if he dies and bite? Okay, no.
Wait, what did he just have in this slot? Deso.
Okay, so no more Deso. Okay.
Well, his crits are going to be about 4,500.
Yeah, Tofu, another attempt. This time it looks like it might be enough. Disruption on self as Mira will likely fall. I would think. Repel, not quite enough. Soulbind onto
the
a couple of
Soulbind
heroes.
daggers, holy shit!
Quinn almost dead. Finally goes down for the first time as Yatoro is ripping through everybody. Tofu looks to be next on the list as Collapse going in deep on top of Celery. Tidal wave back into the arms of Laurel. And that is the 4th dead for Gaimin as they cannot
Dude, honestly,
get high ground. And there's a damage rune top if they spot this, Cinderin. 30 seconds to get it.
this lineup's so fucking stupid.
Duracio,
What the-
not going to be spotted here. He's going to be able to grab the damage rune instead.
It's like Gaimin kind of, they have to initiate somehow, right, in order to end, or they're just going to get poked by daggers. No matter who they jump on, there's like 3 different heroes ready to save each other. And as soon as they jump that guy, they're showing themselves, and PA can start throwing daggers. Any Soulbind, those 2 heroes, you keep the vision.
Yeah.
You just spam daggers. Eventually, you're going to get crits, and they're all triple stiflings flying out from both targets.
Chonk,
Oh, it's
chonk,
dirty.
Chonk, chonk. Fortification
That
is popped.
Dirty.
They still have a tier 1 bottom, by the way, and all the tier 2s remain. Yatoro. There's the repel. He actually pops the BKB, gets the bash! Duracio is dead!
No buyback.
No buyback! Oh my goodness! That was, well, I was going to say unexpected, but it is Duracio, so kind of expected, for being honest. But Team Spirit fully back in this game despite being down Mega Creeps. You can see Duracio's like, oh, not again. Not again. And now the high ground attempt from Spirit.
Dire's middle tower is under
Collapse is
attack.
going to be the one frontlining. Ace, the only one alive. Quinn will now follow suit. He's only, yeah, it's true. He's only 80 gold from buyback, so Team Spirit won't be able to take full advantage of this.
I will say Gaimin never lost faith. He gave Spirit 2% to win this game for a while.
Are scanning.
Now he's giving them 21.
Okay. Do you feel like that's accurate?
I think it's 50-50, if not. I mean,
Wow. He's
yeah.
actually continuing to upgrade.
he's got the brooch now as well instead
Oh.
of Battle Fury.
Okay.
Oh dear. Yeah, these daggers are just
Well,
flat out just gonna one-shot people.
So he
One-shot
has-
course.
He has the Battle Fury in his backpack still, which I'm sure he's keeping for creep pushing.
Yeah, he needs it to clear waves. Oh well, needs. I mean, he still has triple dagger, which does a pretty good job. But Yeah, this is
Wow.
this is reaching crazy territory now. I don't know what percentage I would give for the teams. I think this is one of those games where it's like impossible to really say, because it's a matter of can you kill Yotaro one time, right?
Yeah.
If you ever get the PA,
He has no buyback,
if
so.
you catch the PA and kill her, the game's over. Any other thing happening almost feels Spirit favored, but Gaimin are going to have the Aegis every time it's there, so they will have that advantage heading into the high
okay,
ground.
I know that this brooch is good. I'm still surprised he didn't prioritize an Ags.
Your admiral
He gets the shard. I don't know if he bought that or if that was from Tormy, but so finally has
Yeah.
what is it called? The fan of knives. But the Ags is crazy. You get a kill,
You
all
can
your
yeah.
all your spells are reset. This has to be the next one, surely. I mean, he's running out of inventory
Yeah.
space. Actually, he's backpacking the BKB for the Battle Fury right now.
Yep.
And Gaimin, they'll just have to wait for the Roche, and Spirit might just give it up again.
Oh yeah, they're not coming out there. Like, Gaimin will have the Roche every time. The question is if it's going to matter. Because the way the fights are happening, it doesn't really seem to be important that there's an Aegis with how it's gone so far. I don't know.
You know, if they had kept all their banners Cinder for this moment, they could put it in all 3 lanes. 3 Gaimin creep lanes. It's difficult.
Oh, it always
test,
comes
but-
back to the banner, doesn't it? That's always that. Okay, is there any tier 5 neutrals that could help?
Help Gaimin?
Yeah, so, because I'm starting to look at, we're starting to dig a little bit deep
What's
here.
that Blade Mill esque one? Arcanist armor.
Yeah,
That
so Arcanist armor could be something.
Mirror Shield.
Multiple Books of the Dead, maybe?
Mirror Shield will only reflect stifling from the hero it's attacking, so it's not like it's going to do much to... I mean, I guess it does block the stifling.
Okay, hear me out.
Yes?
You do the surprise play that Yotaro doesn't see coming at all. You get unwavering condition for when he uses his brooch. And then you take no damage from the tap.
There you go.
Because it's magic damage when you have the brooch activated.
All you have to do is toggle it off, and then you're countered. Very cool.
Yeah.
Wind Waker now.
What else would be good for them? I mean, I guess Mirror Shield. Then you reflect the daggers. They're obviously not going to crit on PA
Yeah,
for
we
her
literally
damage,
had this discussion.
But
Yeah, already
Yeah.
talked about that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything else really.
I mean, the Wind Wakers... Okay, this is crazy, I know. If you can somehow force fortification,
Yep.
just go all in on like these Wind Wakers, Diabolic Edict with the 25 talent, which, did he take that talent on Lesh?
No.
No.
Took the other one.
Okay, well, you got to get level 30 now.
Okay. I mean, you can laugh all you want. It's not like
No,
Spirit are going to end the game
yeah.
right now.
But
So you
I
can
feel like
play
an
for-
all-in play on this Ancient with Wind Wakers maybe is the best bet.
Yep.
But I feel like playing it straight up is... Spirit are just winning these fights.
It's just,
Radiant are
I don't even know if you can kill the throne fast enough. Like if you pop Edict with Refresher and the level 30 talent, and then
Yeah.
you spam Wind Wakers on Lesh. I don't know.
That's a lot of damage.
It is. It's not enough though. I mean, the
because
Ancient
they're-
has been buffed sometimes with
Yeah, I think.
tankiness.
I mean, the issue is it's going to be shared by whatever units are
Yeah.
nearby anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're, let's say there's backdoor protection and Lesh has that. Can he solo it?
No,
Still not enough? You sure?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure you can. I don't even think it's close actually.
Okay.
But
Thanks.
asked your question, you got your answer. What do you want? Okay, Gaimin back to 20k lead. They got the nth Roche.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Aegis, I'm guessing it was the banner and Refresher Shard, I believe? Question mark?
Yep, there's a shard on Mars.
Okay.
I mean, look at how Gaimin are placing their heroes. This is not normal in a 56-minute game, okay? This is where the teams are playing tight together, making smoke moves, looking for team fights.
Yeah.
But Gaimin are just going to be like,
Okay.
okay, Spirit, you know what? We'll just farm everything.
So late game scenarios like this, you start thinking of things outside the box. By the way, Yotoro's close to buyback, but I mean, if he dies, the Divine's dropping. It's likely going to be over anyway. But now, from Gaimin's perspective, oh, Yotaro?
Celery's dead.
Stellary, goodbye, sir. Nice knowing you. That was a hero. He's Now dead.
God.
But trying to force them out of their base, because they have to leave their base in some capacity to get these tier 5 neutrals eventually.
Yep.
Right? But, I mean, one issue for a game is the map is so huge now that over time they will be able to get it just through a couple camps that they have easy access to. But that at least was the old strat, to try to force the opponents out, because then you have the tier 5 neutral advantage.
I think Yatoro has enough of a bank at minute 60 that he could buy a Midas, maybe. And then he can just go and Midas the neutrals to get a guaranteed neutral.
What about
draw.
the refresher to get the second one real quick?
Yeah, maybe not. Actually, you know what? He doesn't have Ags yet. He won't be able to afford it. If he wants to get that, then he can also get a Midas to get neutral items.
Yes.
Radiant are
But at the same time, I feel like this part of the map should be accessible for Spirit in 3 minutes. I think it's difficult for Gaimin to lock this one down. Their own safe triangle.
Yeah, but they could set up a trap potentially if they want to force them to fight outside the base. But then
Yeah. They could.
it's a lot of metagaming with
Yeah.
this.
The thing about this is, compared to a lot of late game scenarios, the teams actually get a lot of time to think here. Because usually it's a lot more heated with fights coming up. Tofu is... Ooh, okay. He was off to the left there, but he did back off in time before he got spotted by Collapse. When you have this much time to think it over, you're more likely to come up with creative solutions than in games where, you know, there's a fight happening every 2 minutes. You need to prepare for that.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to see some cool creative ideas here.
Well, there's a Lincoln's on... How long has Dota2 had Lincoln's? Has it been a while?
I've lost track
Yeah,
of
same.
item builds in this game.
Well,
a
they're
bit,
going to have
so
2
that-
Lincolns pretty soon. That will help for Stifling Dagger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird to say, but that actually is worth it, probably.
Yeah, it is.
But
That's
it
why
is a
you're
short
buying it.
cooldown, so...
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have Lincoln's and Mirror Shield, does it proc both at the same time?
I don't think it does.
It does not.
I don't know what it
Okay.
prioritizes, though.
So you want as many Mirror Shields as possible, and you want Lincoln's on your heroes, I guess.
Aegis is gone, which means a smoke coming out from Spirit. And Tofu is going to leave a trail here. Has a lot of Lotus. Lotus is available to make that
Very
block of
fast,
cheese.
That's
Be
another
going
Lincoln.
for it, though.
Is Celery also buying Lincoln's? Yes. So 1, 2, 3. Mars is queuing one up. 4, and Lesh. Okay, they want all 5.
under attack.
8 out of 10 people have buyback.
This is the solution that Gaimin have come up with so far, is 5 Lincolns and tier 5 neutrals.
Yes.
Blade Mail, yeah? You never know.
Yeah. The Blade Mail is a thing, for sure. That's why I brought the Arcanist armor, but I don't know if it's going to have nearly the same type of effect.
Well, considering how many daggers you throw out and that the Arcanist armor gives AoE reflect, right? It's...
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
maybe it is better than I think.
Let me quickly see
Both
here.
teams smoked up. We might have a collision here. Nope, time lapse already used by Dyrachyo. If you want to fight without that, pretty important spell. As the tier 5 neutrals are dropping. Mirror Shield for Ace.
That's good. That's 1. Oh, boy.
Desto. All right, he stole his Desto. Now he gets the Stygian. There's the force boost we were talking about for Quinn.
Yep.
So far, everyone's getting what they want, I would think.
Yeah, he frees up a slot for his own Lincolns now with the Force Boots.
There's the...
Oh, it will be Collapse.
He
Or Laurel
actually
buying it, actually.
does All right. Apex, it's okay. Probably some better choices that he just didn't have. Another Midas comes out. All right.
Okay, so the one guy I said might buy it has
Ooh, Seer Stone.
2 friends do it for him.
You know what's funny is Seer Stone would have been pretty freaking good for Yatoro. What do you think? I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I know.
That actually would have been good. But, I mean, who can say no to more damage?
Wait, he's saving a rapier in base now, right? He actually swapped out, so he
But
only
he's
has
just
1.
not going Axe at all. Okay, now he is.
Yeah, so he put 1 rapier in the fountain so he can buy back and have it. He feels like he has enough damage that he doesn't need both of them.
Yeah, I would.
Or maybe he's going to swap it in when he feels like the fight is coming, then he's swapping the Battle Fear out again. He just has that for convenience. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's
The ultimate play here for Gaimin is to get Batrider come around the south side of the map, and with a smoke, go into the fountain and pick up the rapier.
Yeah.
And the way that you force them out of their fountain is with the banner. Exactly.
Yeah.
Banner.
Oh.
Okay, another mirror shield, another force boot.
Yep.
Giant's ring. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
more health for Weaver. Weaver looks... My god, this hero in big version is just terrifying.
Yep, I've seen some cockroaches that big before.
Yeah.
All right, well now, just being able to Shikuchi away through terrain with more HP to boot.
We should mention as well, Miposhka grabbed the Book of Shadows, so now they have 7 saves instead of 6.
Yeah, Book of Shadows
Could
is
come
maybe
in
the
handy.
hardest item to cast, as in commentate, because it's really hard to notice sometimes. As we're at 62 minutes, so there wasn't really any denial of the tier 5s.
Yep.
As Gaimin probably waiting for... Wait, is the Roche actually up? Oh, it actually is. On both of our screens. Okay. I had to double check.
This is so funny. Now they both buy 60-minute Midases, and now they're keeping them.
They're keeping them.
Yeah. Because nothing is happening, so it's more GPM.
So Refresher Shard is still on Ace, by the way, and there's another one on Roche, so they can really try to go ham here.
Yeah. Are we going to see...
We're going to see 2 banners, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we going to see the next level play of buying 5 Refresher Orbs to refresh your Lincolns?
That's a good question. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to that point for the PA with the Refresher. But then again, it is about the Divines, and if you lose them, and who cares about the rest? Okay, Aegis again for Duraccio. Another Refresher Shard. Another banner, as Yatoro finally has an Aghanim Scepter. Does he have enough to actually consume it, though? I think it's just the regular Ags for now. Yeah, he needs another 1,800. Oh, that is the blessing. Okay, so it is ready to be consumed. All right, can you get any stronger than this? Maybe a backpack refresher for the BKB?
Or another question, can you be a stronger late-game hero than this?
Yes, you get level 30.
Okay, true. He can get his level 30 talent, but who can hold a candle to this? Maybe a full-on maxed-out Faceless Void with Refresher, but it's like...
It's dependent on the ult, I feel like, right?
Yeah, it's all... This matchup obviously isn't in this game, but we had this meta where when PA was a top-tier pick, teams would try to counterpick it with Void, because he's like the only carry that can truly lock you down.
Yeah. And
then it became a game of chicken of who shows first.
Yeah.
Void could never show because he would just get dagger spammed, and PA could never show because then she would get chronoed. And it ended up being PA favorite as a matchup because, you know, she has more range. So you're just standing behind the fight, throwing out daggers, and then avoiding getting caught.
And that was before this patch where they increased the range of Stifling Dagger.
And gave Conda to her. She didn't use
That's
it
right.
as well.
See how much damage he's doing with these crits. It's still, like we said, only the 1 Divine, since the other one's at the base. But now that he has buyback.
Do you think Food's here yet?
That's a good question, Cinderin. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Gonna need a bucket here pretty soon to relieve ourselves.
Nice. 17 Beetles.
So here's the real question, though. So Spirit, they want Gaimin to come to them. Gaimin, they don't have the 5 buybacks yet, but they're pretty close. What do Gaimin wait for? Like, I feel like with this Aegis, you have to try.
You could
Are they waiting for the tier 6 neutrals?
Could wait for a 3rd banner.
Unironically, yeah.
Unironically, you could wait for a 3rd banner.
Yeah. Okay.
You pop a banner in all 3 lanes, you push in, you use Glyph, you do whatever you can to make some sort of organized attack into the enemy base that they overwhelms them.
Can't believe we're still talking about the banner. It's a good idea. Many of Grimstroke's wives have been killed. 7 to be exact. His wife was hideous.
It's the same one. It just keeps coming back.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, he didn't have 7 wives.
Yeah, that's, okay.
The same wife died 7 times. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a technical difference there.
Yeah, that is true. He was a monogamist, as far as we know. Average time of Roche has changed, but don't worry, everybody. I already won the bet. We'll be taken out to a nice dinner.
No, actually, what we forgot to say in the fine print was it needed to be the final time of the tournament.
Nope, too late for that one. And yeah, it looks like Yotaro is going for the refresher next. Does the Tormentor get stronger?
Yeah.
As it's just for gold now. So every single player has buyback. And eventually, this game will get super crazy. Is PA... No, PA's still not level 30 yet. Holy shit! 16,000 gold on just bounty. I mean, that's the other thing. I don't think we have one of the... What is that tier 5 that gives the bounty? We didn't have any of those.
Yeah, Pirate Hat. Nobody took that.
Normally, like, especially with a game like this that's an actual stalemate, that... I mean, does more gold even matter? Maybe not.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
75-minute game.
Nice graphic. Can we just keep that up there as a timer? I feel like it's like New Year's Eve and we're just counting down.
That's right.
All right, say it with me, Shannon. 8-13, 8-12.
No.
8-11.
Not doing that.
How long do you think they would let us go production before they told us to stop? If we started now...
Yeah, they would just mute us without telling us, and we'd keep counting.
Mute it on the stream. We're just sitting here counting to ourselves, clapping our little hands. Yay, let's go.
That's when you know insanity has taken us.
Oh, it's way too late for that.
50 gold away from buyback now on Collapse. So spending a little bit too much. Yotaro, X'd. Okay. How long do we have on the Aegis now? Maybe they are waiting for that third banner. Yeah, it's only 10 seconds, so...
Worth keeping in mind about the Seer Stone is they can use that to assassinate people with, right? Like they tried there. They used the Seer Stone for the vision so that they can go and throw daggers.
Yeah.
He didn't find anyone with that one.
I thought you were going to say Seer Stone makes the Roshan's banner even more global.
No, actually not a joke that time.
Yeah, okay.
The joke is Quinn's current stash of gold.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
We'll have the Ag soon, so Nihilism. Another Midas for Mira. They have 3 Midases purchased post 60 minutes. Has that ever happened? Like, literally, has that ever happened?
I don't think
That's absurd. Wait, what is the reason for it, though?
They need to get gold.
They're so loaded. I guess he has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah. PA buys Blink.
But
classic.
But the Midas, like, how long does that take to pay off? Like, how long do they think this game is going?
Radiant's
Long.
They have their portable toilets ready to go or something? Something I don't know?
It's always toilets with you, isn't it?
No. You need to pay attention more, Cinder, and I have other things to say.
Okay.
Straight to the bottom.
I dare you, say something that doesn't have to do with toilets.
Doraccio.
Well... It took you a full 3 seconds. You really had to think about it. Well, I gotta make sure this one is
That was tough. Depending, I mean, if you ask Ame, then maybe that is toilet related as well.
I was gonna say, are you sure?
Oh, God.
All right, well.
What is he buying with the Eagle song? Is that a Swift Blink?
I guess so, and that's also what Yotaro was going, I think. Did he finish it yet? No, he is buying that.
He's still not level 30 on Yotaro. He's getting there, though.
He's close, yeah. Yeah, creeps just don't give that much experience.
So wait, what are you... So, does the Blink replace Battle Fury, then? I guess? What? When are you using this?
I don't know.
Like, the Ags only works, like, when you get a kill, it refreshes your... Not your items.
Yeah,
it's just your abilities.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to think...
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably like, I have so much gold, I have to buy something to keep morale high for my team.
Why would you just get Moonshard, then?
I'm scaling, guys.
Is that Moonshard? I mean, it's not that good on PA, I guess, but...
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, so he must think there's a way of using this.
Doraccio, he wants to join the Divine Party.
Maybe... Okay, I have an idea.
Ooh,
He's getting this so that they can X-mark him and use Seer Stone, and he can reach in further to throw the daggers.
Okay.
That's probably the idea. Just more reach.
I'm into that.
That's gotta be it, right?
Yotaro about to hit level 30, not waiting for it.
Spirit are out at the river.
That will be his final power spike, I would hope. As
Radiant's
I feel
there's 2 members on Gaimin that are level 30 now. You got to be careful. The Ancient.
imagine banners here.
There's 2 seat. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay, 3 banners, and you use them with the siege wave.
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. You have to do it on this.
The siege creeps are not so tanky though. They don't get the mega creep bonus, right? So they still die pretty fast.
Yeah, the mega creep. They do get buffed by the banner.
Yeah.
Okay, divine number 1 for Gaimin.
Yeah.
He does not have buyback. That is true. That is accurate.
He feels very safe out here though.
Yeah, well,
It's not.
he's shown the propensity to die, though. So, you know, as there's a level 30 for Yatoro. This, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is as strong as he can get. Does he have a refresher backpack?
No.
Maybe that's the next. Okay, there's 1 more power spike. Then there's the Moonshard, of course, after that. And then there's Roshan Banner for your team. And speaking of which, Roshan Banner number 3 will come for Gaimin, and surely this will do it, Cinderin.
Clueless.
Surely this will be the time. Watch them put all 3 in the same lane and it doesn't stack. That will make me cry.
You don't have
I'm just
the
trying to
sense.
imagine playing this game. like what the? It's so. Neither team is.
Radiant's courier has
I mean,
been killed.
you have some experience with somewhat similar situations, but you can bet that neither team has ever played a game like this before.
Probably not.
So
Oh, a divine now for Ace. Okay.
yeah, he's gonna get divine, then he's gonna get, I guess, the brooch.
Yep, that's one way to try to counteract this. What would you put the percentages at for this game?
I have no clue. Like, genuinely no idea.
Step lively now. Your
Well,
admiral is
Gaimin
on board.
says 10% for Spirit.
Yeah, it feels like it's
Does not
more than
feel
that,
accurate,
but
yeah.
it,
It feels to me like,
Gaimin has no frame of reference for this, so he can't put an accurate percentage on
Yeah.
it, right? There's not been enough games of this type.
does it feel like Gaimin have the advantage right now? The mega creeps are the one thing that I think is giving them a slight advantage. And then, of course, the triple banner surprise.
I mean, the team that can farm the entirety of the map and doesn't have to do anything is obviously always going to be the favored team. But yeah, I see the support net worth here highlighted. That's the entire lead, is the difference in support net worth. This is, I want to go out on a limb and say this is the highest net worth an Undying has ever had aside from Bedboom.
Aside from Beppo, yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably right.
It's got to be right. Like it might even be the highest, including Bedboom.
Has the backpack BKB?
I'm not sure. Nah, that Toronto game where he got like 10k late game, I think he had more than that.
Yeah, but he's basically a core. That's a mid laner trying to play support, you know.
Okay, I will say this though. I think this is the highest CS on a support Undying I've seen.
What is he at? 250?
This hero does not kill creeps. 250. But, you know, like, you're gonna have the whole map. We're gonna break some records today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, something will be broken.
Yep. One of these team's spirits will be broken.
Oh, wow, that's so good. Keep them coming.
Yep.
Lacoste would be proud.
I didn't even think of Team Spirit when I said it, but I thought about it while I was saying. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me.
Yep.
It's all that matters is that it makes sense to us.
As you can tell, Cinderin's getting quite delusional here.
I think delirious is the word.
Delirious, that's what I meant. But I said the other word. You get it?
That's a good one. Lacoste would have loved that one. You're so delusional.
I was technically correct too, though, you know. You are quite delusional. As it looks like, I'm going to go on a limb and say this will be the longest match of the
5,
tournament.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Nothing has changed in the last 10 minutes.
That's right.
It's the same game.
That is correct.
Okay, Gaimin.
Are they waiting for 4 banners, perhaps?
Is there a punishment in the rules for keeping the tournament hostage? Like, this is a situation. What does the tournament organizer do if both teams just don't end? What if they're like, this is funny, let's play for
strange.
5 hours and ruin the schedule?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? just purely hypothetical. If the players think this is funny,
Yeah,
and they
10
just
hour
wanna-
game. Oh my God, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see block of cheese. Roche has to be dire side. You get block. Oh my God. All right. That is the next power spike of the game, everybody, is block of cheese. Who do you put it on, though?
that 500 health is going to make a big difference.
I don't care. It's cool, okay?
His courier with 20 lotuses on it died.
Yeah, but he'll get it eventually. I mean, you don't have cheese anyway. They've been killing the Radiant Roche constantly, which is just these freaking banners.
Oh, wait, what's this?
Oh. Wait,
A connection point? Who? Okay, Helm of the Dominator from Omni Knight. Denies Wisdom Rune. Okay.
Oh, is this going to be...
They can travel on this and maybe backstab someone who's farming.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of a Gaimin type play, you would think, though. But then again, how do you sneak in when the entire enemy team is in their base at all times?
What do you think this creep did for a living before it got drafted into the army?
I mean, it definitely has a pact with Satan.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
I feel like the way it was walking gave me a business vibe. It was walking like it had a suitcase.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's...
Thanks for talking out loud.
Yeah. It's the voices in my head, Shen, and I have to release them.
It's okay. I understand.
I'm being a bit delusional. Hey! Collapse!
99. All right. Oh my God! I didn't realize he owns the Tormentor so hard.
Yeah, Omni can solo this.
Very nice. Very nice gold.
Without even taking damage, because you don't take pure damage during Repel. And
Very cool.
Tormentor reflects damage of the same type. Oh, he also has 6,200 health. That's quite a lot of health on an Omni
He
Knight.
could get girthier, I think.
I love that Apex.
He's going to be going for the Helm of the Overlord.
It's so funny to look at the comparison of the cameras. Like, Team Spirit are just all smiles. Just like... They're just chilling, you know? This
Tormentor number 10.
It's like they're... Oh, no.
All right, we're approaching the 80-minute mark. How is that block of cheese coming along for
There has
Gaimin?
not been a fight since they got tier 5 neutrals. We were theorizing that as an opening to end
Yes.
the game, right? Oh,
That's right.
Never mind. The observers are right. There was a courier kill.
Okay.
There has been a fight.
What would you add to the video game here called Dota 2 if tier 5s aren't enough to end the game?
Wait,
Remember
what?
back in the day when the map started to fall apart, like
Yeah.
Darkseers would be on fire?
It might be
I think
time
like
for
an
that.
Armageddon type event at 80 minutes would be nice.
I mean, we did talk about this, I want to say a couple of TIs ago, the 6th Roche.
They're trying okay. Yatoro gonna use the boost of travel. He gets the tower. All right, there's been a fight. Tower 0, Yatoro 1.
I can't. He even only did it with 1 rapier, so he can do it faster than that.
Hey, they're having fun.
What should it be? 6th Roche should drop Ion Cannon Beacon.
Okay, and what does that Ion Cannon Beacon do?
You place it, and then 10 seconds later, an Ion Cannon strikes.
Uh-huh.
And if it's like the end of the campaign in the first Command and Conquer, you could choose any big monument in the world and destroy it if you win the campaign as Nod.
Okay, what's the monument in this game?
The Radiant Ancient.
Oh, the Ancient itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's literally a game winner.
Yeah.
Got it. That sounds really cool. That'd be
That-
really handy right now.
That would end the game.
Yeah, that
I
is
think.
true. Illusion. All right, 30K lead for Gaimin. Not that that matters at all. Just have to think of something to say here because literally nothing's happening.
Well, they just took a tower
He doesn't have Conda.
on Spirit.
It's in his backpack.
Oh.
No boots of travel either.
What is your
Has the
tower?
Moon Shard consumed, by the way. So now I think we can safely... No, he still doesn't have Refresher, though, Cinder. Still
what-
can get stronger.
When is the last time you've seen a late game situation where one carry just walks out on the map completely alone and just starts farming waves?
He's so slow.
Blur is...
There we go.
He does not have the information to do this, but...
Well,
Radiant
he's
are
getting bored.
standing.
I think that's what Gaimin is trying to do. Is trying to force them out of the base out of pure boredom. They know that all these players have ADHD, as does most people that play this game. Refresher on Undying. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, does he have the talent? Oh, of course he does. He's
He's
very
almost
high
level 30.
So you can have 3 tombstones then.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. If you die with Aegis, does it drop tombstone? We've never seen Aegis on Undying. You can have 4 tombstones if that works, right?
I think that
I would say it does
doesn't
not.
count?
I would say no, but you never know. Maybe no one's ever tried it.
Oh, Roche is up soon.
Yeah, they needed to go to the Radiant side. You guys need block of cheese. Come on now. Or sorry, Dire side. Who had the more lotuses to come? Okay, Celery, just collecting them. Wait, where's the other stack of 20 that we saw?
It was on his courier earlier. I think his courier has them, huh? You put them in base? Yeah, they're there.
Okay. That only shows 1.
Yeah, it's
Is
20.
that actually a stack?
It's 20.
Okay. Surely you wait. If you're going to have that many lotuses for literally no reason other than making block of cheese, you need the cheese. That's a very important part of the recipe. Roshan up in a minute.
Just see Celery scratching his head. He's like, I don't know what to do.
It's 2 minutes and 41 seconds until
Oh, Laurel
nighttime.
actually showed a little bit outside of base, but okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
whoa,
they're
whoa, whoa.
close. Laurel, he's in the tree line. Dyrachyo can run through trees. Gets 1 right click off the Eon. This is proc. The most exciting thing that's happened in the last 30 minutes. Holy shit. Someone did damage to another hero. Can you believe it? Cinderin. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast after that one.
I need to collect myself for a moment.
Okay, 40 seconds till Roche.
Okay.
Please wait till nighttime. Before I die, which might be during this game, how long this is going, I need to see block of cheese. Has to happen. I'm begging you. Oh, Yatoro. Now he's going to cut the waves. He's playing really risky. Really risky, all right? They should, I mean, they obviously can't see him, but
Radiant are scanning.
scan out from Yatoro. He's just going for creep kills. Okay, the courier, so now they know he's in the south. Yatoro will blink TP.
Has been killed.
More exciting gameplay.
So
Please
bizarre.
wait. Why? What are you doing? You need 4 banners? Are you gonna use these goddamn items? For God's sake, they literally haven't used Refresher Shard, Aegis, or the goddamn banner, man. Holy shit!
Radiant
4 banners! This is the first time ever.
Okay, what?
At least they're saving them, but that is what I told them to do.
All right, here's an idea. What if you put all of the banners around the throne or the ancient, and then you attack, and Yatoro's going to misclick the banner instead of heroes because it just takes up, it's just clutter. They're going to use it as clutter.
Okay? That's a great strategy. I feel like the strategies are getting worse and worse over time. All right, are they placed?
They're preparing the banners. They swapped them in, right?
Okay, here we go.
It's actually, is it time?
Here we go. Aegis number 8.
Yep.
That's the magic number.
Do they only have 3 banners? Didn't they have 4?
I thought they had 4. Maybe they used 1 because it's very habitual for pro
They
players to
placed
just
2
waste
there.
them.
1 top, 1 bottom.
Okay, here we go. Banners are placed. Gaimin. Gonna go high ground.
The thing
Spirit.
is, you're essentially telling Spirit we're actually going to push now.
That's right.
So you can't really surprise them now.
It's not a surprise because the Gaimin creeps are just, look at them. They're massive.
Okay.
Good Lord. And they get destroyed so easily by PA. Okay, the opener, Dyrachyo walks in with the link. Is going for the H. Is going to force out the fortification. He's dead just like that. That is life number 1. Bone is coming for you. He's going to get bashed up and killed. He has buyback. And look at Gaimin run away in fear. They forget that PA can one-shot heroes.
Oh my
But the
God,
important thing is Spirit did not use the fortification, so this game can extend again until the next Roche.
Okay, the thing that is the funniest about this is you have 30 minutes to plan this attack, and this is what they came up with.
All right, guys, let's
place,
Lincolns.
Let's place 3 banners, and Weaver goes and solo hits Throne. It will work.
You know, this might be
Trust me.
This might be just Gaimin GGing out before there's even a fight. I think they're just sick and tired of this. It's time. And Toro getting stronger with each. Oh, Celery. Damage rune. Damage. Okay, again, has to take it because they find it with 2 seconds left before it resets.
Okay.
Celery
Celery's-
with that damage. Okay, Lincoln's. Oh, that was the mirror shield, in fact.
Oh, the banner.
Uh-oh, banner number
Oh, no.
1 is destroyed.
Nice last hit from
Oh
Collapse.
boy, that is rough for Gaimin. Now time to protect the other banner. As Laurel will defend against the Gaimin creeps. Look, he actually doesn't do very much. It's just PA. And back to the stalemate, which everyone was hoping for. Can we make this an hour-and-a-half match?
I have cast
Close.
this video game for like 15 years.
Uh-huh.
I have never seen a situation like this in 15
Where
years.
no one on one team just doesn't want to end.
No, it's not that,
Which
because
is
there's been situations like this where one team has megas and it's difficult to push into or whatever.
Yeah.
But these last 30 minutes, the way this is reminding me of the game that OD got his breakthrough on, where he was casting with Purge. I think it was Scary Faces against Cloud9.
Yeah.
The longest game in the history of Dota, where one team was defending with, I think it was Zeus Sniper, and the other team just couldn't pierce it, and they kept trying. But Dota has changed a lot since then. Like, all of the tools that the winning team has to try to end the game not being enough, I've just never seen anything like this. It just seems like it genuinely doesn't matter what Gaimin Gladiators do. They cannot even access the base.
They did a little damage to the Ancient, but it has healed. And I think they were trying to just force out Fortification. I think that's the biggest thing. And the all chat coming. Yeah, that's a good question, Mira. Maybe if they leave the goddamn base. I genuinely think Spirit have the advantage. I feel like this is flip-flopped. That they are way in the lead. It's just they can't really get to the other side of the map as easily without getting some hero kills first. But head-to-head matchup, it's not close right now. And the question is, how long does Gaimin wait? How much stronger can they even get? Like other... Okay, hold that thought. Probably a very important thought here. 88 minutes, 22 seconds. Smoke now from Spirit.
Do you think
Actually
ESL
leading.
would have a problem with it if we looked up our outline for the podcast and we just started doing it now? We didn't do one this week.
We might as well. Yeah, that's true.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Toro.
We're meant to have a guest episode. Maybe we can bring them on.
Yeah, let's get Ted. I mean, it's probably the night shift already.
Yeah.
Bring on Ted. Shout out to Pyrian Flags.
Yeah. Sure, he would love to come in and do a little 2-hour talk over this next 2 hours coming up.
All right, Spirit kind of show themselves a bit. They leave for about 30 seconds out of their base and now back to their home. Toro is forced to push out the waves. Has Gaimin got every single Roche?
Yeah.
I think so, right? And how many would you say it's been? Like 8? 7?
7?
Okay, let's just say it's 7.
8? It might be 8.
Okay, whatever the number is, this could end up being the most Roches killed for a team when losing. Would you say that that is a relatively accurate statement?
I think Cloud9 lost the game where they had the 3.5 hours game.
So that wasn't like a Roche was split between the two?
I don't think so. I think Cloud9 kept getting the Roche for like 2 hours straight and they didn't win.
Okay.
So I think we've got some ground to cover. There's time. Don't worry.
I could see this game going another couple hours. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this podcast, episode 223. Just made that number up. I have no idea what we're on. Too many, some would say. Crimson Guard, a 90-minute Crimson for Laurel. Okay, that's feels like that's a I'm gonna pop it and then backpack it. I'm not sure how much difference that's gonna make though at this stage of the game.
Yeah, hello?
Midas is in the backpack.
Is this room service? Could I get an Amaretto Sour, please? Thank you.
Hey, make it 2. What are you doing?
Sorry, can we have 2?
No egg. Yatara, okay, X marks.
No egg.
Into the base. Can he get the range racks? Yes! Woo! That's something. This is this is actually hilarious, man. There's the creep. Can they find it?
Oh no, he found it.
Duraccio finds Carry the Centaur.
Oh, Carry.
That's very sad.
We'll remember Carry forever. Carry really a true Radiant hero. Never forgotten. Never known either, actually.
Yeah, nobody cares. All right, so Gaimin just waiting for the next 3 banners, I think. Now that they got that practice run out of the way, I think the next execution is going to be much smoother. As we're 30 seconds away from Roche number... he should have a number by him when you click him, I feel like, for situations like this. Wait, what is Yotaro building? What is that? Is that a refresher? So finally, his final power spike, his final form, the refresher.
I don't know if that's better than more rapiers for his buyback. I feel like he should have... How many does he have right now? Does he only have 2?
Probably.
He only has 1 spare lying in base.
Yeah. Oh, wait. How did they get a Roshan? How did they get one?
Wait, so that was that 4th banner we were talking about, but it wasn't that...
How did they get it, though?
Did they steal it with a courier? Wait, I have no idea how this happened.
I mean, we've seen a lot of pros just leave it on the ground because they find it to be quite useless.
Maybe Gaimin Gladiators misunderstood you need to drop the banner, and they just put it on the ground as an item for the enemy team.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's how you drop it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably need a tutorial on how to use that thing. All right, so what ags are we missing here? Maposhka doesn't have his. Collapse doesn't have his. Wait, what is Omni Knight ags? Is it just the global guard? Yeah. 1 extra charge and global cast.
Yeah, you don't have the one that you can use on the Ancient anymore. The old one used to give buildings physical immunity.
That would be very helpful here.
Well, would it matter?
Yeah, it's a second fort. Of course it would.
I know, it's just they don't have to use 1, so...
That is true.
All right.
Roche is alive. He's roaring as he dies for the 20th time in this game. Another banner. It's been Radiant every single time, I feel like. Maybe not the first one.
You know what this reminds me of? This might be like OpenAI's training montage when it was learning the game. If the AI doesn't know what the win condition is, it's maybe just going to play the map and be like, oh, it knows gold is good, so I will just farm and just keep getting gold. The enemy team isn't stopping me from getting gold, which is good, so I will keep doing the good thing.
Oh, here we go again.
Tier 2 top.
What? Yotaro?
Tier 2 top!
He's hitting something. There we go. It's okay.
Oh!
Close
He
to
needs
back
the
door.
second rapier.
No, he needs a refresher for the boots of travel.
Oh, he had
Do
the
it
second
again?
rapier. It wasn't enough. He has a Deso now.
Yeah.
Okay, he bought a Deso. He sold it again.
Don't you just refresh here? I'm not even kidding.
Refresh what?
Your TP. Go again.
Well, yeah, if you do it fast enough, the tower doesn't heal up. That's true.
It has fully healed, though. Very sad indeed. As Gaimin are smoking. Okay, they're trying to do something now, other than farm and collect Aegises. It's like there's a challenge that we don't know about. Oh, Doraccio sneaking into the base. Okay, this is an interesting strategy.
Oh,
like this.
all right, the backstab.
All right, they're going for the backstab refresher already used. Trying to focus everything on the Ancient. It's not even going to be fortified yet. The Divine Rapier is on the Mars. He will... Waning ripped himself. That doesn't make any sense. This is too chaotic. Cinder Tornstorm goes out. The Ancient is really low. Fortification's already used. There's a Rampage for Yotaro. They kill the Tombstone. They kill every hero from Gaimin. But the fortification is down. Does Gaimin fully buy back now and try to finish this?
Okay, I'm with you now.
It's the only way.
Now the old Omni Axe would actually be huge.
Yes.
Now it finally happened. And Gaming were kind of semi-committing to this in the sense that it was only Quinn buying back.
Oh, Yotaro. Okay, very important objective there.
That was a really good attempt. They caught Spirit off guard a little bit. They weren't fully ready for that attack, but they still managed to respond in time.
Don't you think?
If you do this right away again...
Yeah, exactly. Then you win.
Can Spirit even stop this if they do it right away now? Buy back everyone,
Maybe they're
go
trying
to a side lane.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can also wait for the respawns to come through and then have all the buybacks for the next attempt because the glyph cooldown is long enough, right?
Yeah.
So I guess maybe this is a better way of doing it, but obviously it's under the condition that Yotaro doesn't force your buybacks now, which I think he will.
Oh, here come the buybacks! They're
there
fast
they are.
TPing to the base! Doraccio is there! Finally, the misery ends! Gaimin wins! Game number 1! Believe it or fucking not, that's game 1!